My beloved brothers and sisters, the money you earn, the wealth that passes through your hands, it is not just a worldly transaction. It is a testimony of your faith, an act of worship, and on the day of judgment it will either stand for you or against you. The question is, are you keeping your wealth halal for Allah, or are you spending it only for this world? When we speak about wealth, it is not just numbers on a screen or cash in hand. In Islam, wealth is a test, a trust, and a blessing from Allah. That is why one of the most important principles a believer must hold on to is making sure that their money remains halal. Every penny we earn, every investment we make, and every transaction we enter into should be clean, transparent, and free from anything that Allah has prohibited. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught us that on the day of judgment, one of the first things we will be asked about is our wealth, how we earned it and how we spent it. This shows us that money is not just a worldly matter, it is a spiritual matter tied directly to our accountability in the hereafter. Today, the reality is that many financial systems are built upon riba, interest, and we know that interest is one of the gravest sins in Islam. It eats away at blessings, no matter how large the amount may seem. Some people may think, it's just a small percentage, it won't matter. But in the sight of Allah, even the smallest amount of haram can strip away the barakah from our wealth. Imagine working hard for years, only to find that what you earned has no blessings, brings no peace, and does not benefit you in this world or the next. That is why protecting our money from haram sources is not just an option, it is a necessity for anyone who truly values their akhirah. Halal wealth is not only about avoiding the prohibited, it's also about seeking what is pure and clean. When you eat halal food, your body gains strength and your du'as are accepted. The same principle applies to your finances. When your money is halal, it nourishes your family with blessings, it supports good causes, and it allows you to live with peace of mind. On the other hand, if your income is tainted with haram, it will bring anxiety, loss, and a spiritual heaviness that no amount of material gain can ever remove. Many people today get caught in the trap of easy money. Quick schemes, interest-based loans, or unethical investments promise fast returns, but they come at the cost of your deen. Remember, what comes through haram will never truly benefit you. Allah has promised that He will destroy riba and He will increase and bless charity and halal earnings. So when you choose halal, even if it seems slower or smaller in the beginning, in reality it is the path that brings growth, barakah, and contentment. In today's world, one of the biggest challenges Muslims face is navigating the complex financial systems around us. Everywhere you turn, you find institutions, banks, and investment opportunities that are built on interest, speculation, or industries that go directly against Islamic values. For many, this becomes a real test. A person might want to grow their savings, secure their future, or provide stability for their family, but the options available often come with conditions that compromise faith. It's easy to feel trapped between wanting to invest and wanting to remain true to Allah's commands. Modern financial systems have made riba so normalized that people sometimes don't even recognize it for what it is. It's built into credit cards, mortgages, loans, and countless investment products. People are told that this is just how the world works, but as believers, we know that what Allah has prohibited remains harmful, no matter how common it becomes. The danger is that many Muslims, out of desperation or lack of awareness, fall into these traps, thinking it is the only way forward. But Allah has promised us that if we leave something for His sake, He will replace it with something far better. This means there is always a halal alternative, even if it takes more effort to find. Another challenge is the attraction of quick wealth. In today's fast-paced environment, there is a constant pressure to make it big and to do it fast. Social media glorifies lifestyles of instant success, luxury, and financial freedom. But when you look closely, many of these shortcuts involve haram elements, whether it is interest, gambling like speculation, or unethical businesses. It's important to remember that wealth gained through these means may look impressive on the outside, but carries no blessings within. What's the point of having numbers in your bank account if your heart remains restless and your soul feels empty? There is also the challenge of misinformation. Many people don't understand what qualifies as halal or haram in finance. and they end up relying on conventional methods because they don't know where else to turn. This is why it's so important to educate ourselves and to seek platforms and opportunities that are designed with Sharia compliance at their core. Once we understand the risks of haram systems and the value of halal alternatives, we can make informed choices that benefit both our dunya and akhirah. When faced with the challenges of keeping our wealth halal, the question naturally arises, where do we turn? And how do we ensure that our money is not only safe but also aligned with our faith? This is where the beauty of having Sharia compliant solutions comes in. Today we live in a time when technology has advanced and opportunities have opened up. And among these opportunities are platforms designed specifically for Muslims who want to grow their wealth without compromising their deen. One of those trusted platforms is one. It was created with a vision of helping Muslims invest in a way that is ethical, transparent, and fully in line with Islamic principles. When you choose WAD, you are not just choosing an investment platform. You are choosing peace of mind. Every portfolio, every product, and every investment option goes through strict Sharia screening. That means you don't have to worry about whether your money is tied up in haram industries like alcohol, gambling, or interest-based institutions. This is a huge relief for Muslims who want to build their future responsibly while knowing they are pleasing Allah in the process. It removes the constant anxiety of wondering whether your wealth is halal or not. Another unique aspect is accessibility. Many people assume that investing is only for the rich or the elite, but WAD was built to break that misconception. Whether you have a small amount to begin with or larger savings, the platform allows you to start investing at your own pace. This inclusivity means that even young Muslims, students, or families just starting out can take part in halal investments without feeling excluded. In a world where conventional banks and brokers often intimidate or exploit people, having an option that welcomes everyone is truly empowering. Transparency is another powerful reason why WAD stands out. Unlike conventional systems where the fine print hides the reality of riba or unethical dealings, WAD makes it clear exactly where your money is going and how it is being managed. You can see that your wealth is being handled in a way that matches your values. This transparency builds trust, and trust is essential when it comes to matters of wealth. One of the most reassuring things about investing in a halal way is knowing that you don't have to limit yourself. Islam never told us to abandon wealth or to shy away from opportunities. Rather, it teaches us to seek what is beneficial, to diversify, and to be wise with the blessings Allah has given us. Platforms like WAD give us the chance to do just that by opening the door to different types of investments that are both halal and impactful. Whether it's stocks, gold, or property, each avenue offers unique benefits, and when combined, they create a balanced and secure path to financial growth. Take stocks, for example. The stock market is one of the most popular ways to grow wealth in the modern age, but many Muslims hesitate because of the fear of haram involvement. With halal screening in place, only companies that avoid prohibited industries and unethical practices are included. This allows you to participate in the growth of businesses around the world while staying true to your values. Imagine owning shares in companies that innovate, create, and provide real benefit to society, all while remaining halal. That is not only financial progress, but also peace of mind. Then there is gold. For centuries, gold has been considered a safe haven for wealth. It is one of those assets that holds its value even when economies fluctuate. Islam has always recognized gold and silver as real, tangible stores of value. And even today, investing in gold remains a powerful way to secure your financial stability. It's like a shield against uncertainty. In times of crisis, while paper money may lose value, gold continues to stand strong. For a believer, having gold in your portfolio is not just about wealth. It is about preserving security for yourself and your family in uncertain times. And of course, property has always been one of the most trusted forms of investment. Land and real estate are assets that grow over time and provide both stability and long-term benefit. Property investment allows you to build something that can be passed down to future generations. It's a way of leaving behind a legacy, ensuring that your children and grandchildren benefit from your efforts. And when that property is earned and maintained through halal means, it becomes not just a financial asset, but a sadaqah jariyah, continuous source of reward if it benefits others. When we think about wealth, it is easy to focus only on the present, what we have right now, what we can buy today, or what we can achieve in the moment. But Islam teaches us to think beyond the immediate, to plan with vision, and to understand that true wealth is built with patience and responsibility. Investing wisely is not about getting rich overnight. It is about creating stability and security for the future. It is about ensuring that our families are cared for, that our responsibilities are met, and that we can live with dignity without being dependent on others. Building long-term wealth the halal way requires trust in Allah and a willingness to take gradual, consistent steps. Just as a seed takes time to grow into a tree, wealth grows when it is nurtured over time. There is wisdom in slow, steady progress. Quick gains might seem attractive, but they often come with risks or compromise our faith. On the other hand, halal investments, even if they appear modest in the beginning, carry barakah, blessings, that multiply in ways we may not immediately see. Barakah means that a small amount of halal wealth can do more for your life than a large amount of haram wealth ever could. When you invest with the future in mind, you are also protecting yourself from uncertainty. Life is unpredictable. Markets rise and fall, jobs come and go, and economies shift. But when your money is invested in halal and balanced opportunities like stocks, gold, and property, you are preparing yourself for those ups and downs. You are creating a cushion that will support you when times are tough and allow you to stand strong when others may fall into desperation. This kind of planning is not just smart financially, it is an act of responsibility towards your family and an act of obedience to Allah. We also have to remember that wealth is not only about ourselves. When Allah blesses us with financial stability, it enables us to give more in charity, to support our communities, to fund education, and to help those in need. Long-term halal wealth becomes a source of continuous good far beyond our own household. It becomes a means of sadaqah, of lifting others and spreading benefit. That is why Islam, at the heart of every financial decision, lies a deeper question. What does Allah want from me in this? Wealth is not simply about comfort, possessions, or luxury. It is a trust and a manna that Allah has placed in our hands. This means that every dirham and every dollar carries accountability. It is not just how much we make, but how we make it and how we spend it that truly matters. If our money is halal, our hearts are at ease, our families are nourished with blessing, and our souls remain connected to Allah. But if our money is tainted, it brings with it anxiety, restlessness, and consequences in the hereafter that no amount of worldly gain can erase. Keeping wealth halal is not about restriction. It is about protection from the hidden harms of riba, from the traps of greed, and from the emptiness of chasing wealth without purpose. When your money is pure, it becomes a source of light in your home. The food you eat tastes different because it is bought with halal earnings. The clothes you wear carry dignity because they were purchased without sin. Even the roof over your head feels like a blessing because it was built upon honesty and integrity. Every part of your life gains meaning when the foundation of your wealth is halal. But accountability goes beyond what we consume ourselves. Our wealth shapes the opportunities we create for others, the support we extend to those in need, and the legacy we leave behind. A parent who earns and invests in a halal way not only provides materially for their children, but also instills in them values of faith, honesty, and responsibility. That legacy lasts far longer than the money itself. On the other hand, if our earnings are haram, that legacy becomes one of burden rather than blessing. It is also important to remember that wealth can become a test if it blinds us to its true purpose. Many people live with the illusion that success is measured by bank balances and assets. But the Quran reminds us that it is not your wealth or your children that will benefit you before Allah. It is your righteousness. Wealth is only beneficial when it becomes a means of worship. When you invest in halal, when you give in charity, when you spend wisely on your family, that money transforms into deeds that carry weight on the scales of the Day of Judgment. Keep your wealth halal, for money is not just a currency in this world, it is a witness in the next.